I think the other thing as well
they
is like
they beat FPX though, right?
That they weren't surprised.
They beat an FPX in a. Why do I feel like they beat him in a best of 5 at one point? I swear they beat them 3-2 or something.
So even though it hasn't been the biggest success for them this year,
Am I just randomly thinking there's a best of 5?
They're comfortable with what they're playing, but it hasn't been.
They got reverse swept. Maybe that's what I'm.
Well, this dart's going around the world to try to break.
They lost 3-2. They were 2-0 up.
They know that from the double bounce.
That's what I'm.
All
right, LEV on defense, Trace on attack, and again, I don't enjoy their attack. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like this from LEV, just aggro over towards middle. They got so much map control. Aggro over towards A. They clear over towards middle. There's a chance that the Omen can own this, but I think it's gonna.
It's Luking that has it all to do, and King about to walk straight into his angle, but hold on, one shot connected, still drawing breath.
Yeah, and he had the guy over towards B main, so he can give the info of the guys over towards B.
They want to try and close out some of these flanks, but they're slowly starting to be picked apart.
That's a shame. Kai needed to do a lot on site.
Now as the rest of the team look to fight back in. Even still,
Shot,
managed to hold on for a moment, but Mazzino putting another in the death
toll. He's really going out on his own.
Some utility being expended and that time ticking.
They played so individually. They played so individually. Okay, 3-0 in terms of the pistols.
And another, I think that's 3 for 3
oh man, that's a good start.
Early injection of rounds.
That is a good start.
And that's going to go a long way on a map like this, one that they struggled against Vitality. And as we said, Leviathan, they may not be so good in a rematch, but this is first time around.
They gotta relax.
They weren't surprised.
Mazzino's gotta relax.
He said 15th time playing this composition. Won't be surprised here either, but that wasn't what he put the loss down to.
Yeah. And this came down to what the coach was saying, like playing together. This was not playing together. Like I'd be furious after watching that.
Stones for it, but it won't be in this round. Just pistols.
Nice cage. We've got trip. Let's see. Let's kind of keep an eye on the over rotate because when they take A control, like they just hit site. No joke. This team is take map control, hit site. Take map control, hit site. It happened 100% of the time, every single time last time we watched this.
So I think that this is one where, excluding that crew defeat,
it should be the easiest anti-strat for LEV ever.
And a comfortable map as well.
But still pretty good for Trace at the moment. They get over towards site, they're allowed 1 death.
The issues he mentioned will be fixed in this round again.
4 guns.
You're playing into the post plant of Trace. They've got these SMGs up close, not needing to play at the same level of distance still. A little bit of damage being done, but expectations are that there won't be too much more.
Still 1 pistol to be upgraded. Any damage from here will actually be felt, will be shown in the economy. Aspas, well, he's on the slide to catch 1 style point, and now looking for a bit more. How many weapons can he drop? The round's already lost.
I mean, they got an extra Spectre out of them.
The big guns saved through to the next. A 2-0 start for Trace Esports.
Yeah, I'll be curious to see what's there to invest. Like, do they bring in another rifle? Do they maybe put an extra stinger or pistol in, or are they just going to keep it relatively low?
What happened to LEV on this map at Shanghai?
Mass amount. There you go.
You guys, the foot one? I mean, yeah.
Now, last time out,
I haven't forgotten about it.
They were able to make these rounds very costly for LEV. I think that was one of the other issues that they had is
you would learn from that,
at the very beginning of the game. Other than that, every round seemed
they are a little bit cussed on this map at tournaments. You're not wrong.
Regularly.
Okay, A control, so that means that we're hitting A.
Now though, immediate pressure, a much faster paced look from the side of Trace.
Putting all their eggs in one basket on a straight push towards the A site. It's not too pacey
Drones
for now,
coming in, like we're playing against a team that doesn't just insta-hit site after map control.
It's not started out
That's
too
3
well,
people ready to fight this though.
Taking all the picks, good flash, but it's dodged, and King's there to support. Mazzino steps up to the plate and leaves it into Kai, just with a pistol in hand. And only the 1 kill.
They could have done with this extra kill, like this extra kill would have really helped them out, but either way, double armor rebuy, 1 gun rebuy.
I don't mind the idea from Trace that you're going to try and test your opponent early when you have those weaker weapons, see how far you can get, but it looked comfortable. Like the shots connected, counter utility, able to move out of positions and not get caught by an off angle.
This is just how they play this map.
The 3 players were ready for the pacing of that take. For Trace, now they buy back in with the rifles.
Lamageddon, not yet.
Early in the last map, LEV were able to get their first few rounds very clean. At least
I need to have more time.
We'll see if they can do that again.
It's still on the list, bro.
Early bit of aggression as well, but
whoa, we go aggro early.
It was sent from further back, so there was no safe haven. And now
do we need to go aggro against a team that just take map control and then bust into sight?
Watching him as he attempted the escape. Looks like a late lurk on mid might
Shots,
catch some
man.
value.
Mad Lad John with
Very
the
early
2
peek in
months.
from Market gets next to nothing. The
Thank you so
1-to-1
much, bro.
trades, not really
Happy birthday
worthwhile.
as well, bro.
Great response by Trace already.
Dude, nice shots
Not
from
going
Trace on
anywhere.
this one. I would call it timeout for Lev.
He's even gonna get
Again,
spotted, yeah.
this team
There's
just
not
takes
even
map
any way
control,
out.
then
Is
they
he
hit
gonna run
into
the trip
sight.
as well?
That's
Yeah,
all
why
they
not?
do.
Let's just get reveal him on the other side of the map.
Go aggro.
I think
I don't think you need to do that. I would always just...
in a lot of positions on this map.
I would even be
Trace
fine
have a
just
very
having
good
like
read. Like they're willing to
early
commit
info,
early utility if they believe there's going to be a
and
push.
it's the
And I actually think the counter stun that came
rotate
out
from
from
middle is
Leviathan was
usually
pretty
his
good as
sound.
well. I
Don't need
think
to do anything crazy.
the Fong Fong on the other side was stunned.
Unless
He
they
just
change
hit
it up.
the
Like
shot
unless they
while
show me
stunned.
they can do something else.
Again, the cosmetic didn't play out for him. But a really clean response. As said, having 4 players left alive and saving a weapon in the last round will mean that Leviathan will be able to get back in, at least maybe with a few light shields here and there. But for Trace, I've already said, like this map, regionally and versus Vitality, has been a little rough for them. Getting off to a strong start here, using the momentum that they found from the last map, capitalizing on it, is going to be a big part for them.
Most definitely is. The question is how far can they push this
Right,
early
so
lead?
breachel,
Leviathan,
and
no
then
slouches. They'll be buying right back up.
close to orbs.
Rifles in hand, light shields for the most part, rolling thunder online for both sides. But a couple more ultimates very close to being online for Trace. They could find themselves an early safety net, and that was almost the showstopper. The wall got in the way, and the spray slightly off. If one kill goes his way, well then that's a completely different round
hold
we're
up.
looking at.
We
Still
adding something
fighting
new?
for the orb of possibility. Leviathan
control
won't be
him
able
to be hit.
defend. Instead, they look for some mid control. I think they wanted to pincer 2 players out of the market. A flash or stun perhaps on mid if there were players there. Tracer taking that control much later in the round than expected. And they're rotating to A as well. You know, they stopped the B push.
Did
They
Lev
saw
watch
nobody
the
mid.
demo?
They think
I'm so
it's A.
confused
There's
with how they're
3
playing.
players from Leviathan stacked up there. Rolling Thunder for retake, of course, but that can be countered right back.
Oh, well, they know where Tex is, that's for sure. Stuck at the back of the site.
Spike planted.
Post plant. Will be in, and it's almost like a double.
Demo is in like the
You've
VOD.
got- They're going to try and
ice.
isolate Kai, but they don't know that there's actually a second player. In fact, they may not even know that the first player is here. This late push could be everything. The whole goal, look, they've got a Rolling Thunder and a Hunter's Fury. They can delay a ridiculous amount of time, but King is holding. I don't know if he spotted Low King, though. That second player, he's still watching in case somebody looks to wrap around from that corner. A good read from King, but he can't quite land the shot. Now they have to try and deal with it. Bianche's gone, and so is his ultimate, but that doesn't matter anymore. The time is ticking way too far. Trace have played this post plan.
Okay, give me a timeout, man. This can't be the game plan.
Aspas has no choice but to try and hold on.
This can't be the game plan, dude. There's no way.
Well, at least we'll get
There's
that
no
rifle through
way.
the next, but this is a devastating start. A 4-1 lead. And the fact that they were so contained when you have Leviathan pushing in, just complete calm on the side of the attackers. Trace, keep the Rolling Thunder at first, use
That's
it.
what I like. I think they read into the fact that, okay, we have a Rolling Thunder, so chances are they're not going to play close because we have a Rolling Thunder.
They
So
do
let's just
not
walk in the
re-clear
plot and
map
hold it.
control. They
It's a
do not
gamble.
pressure anywhere
It's a
else. They
really
play
smart
ranked.
gamble.
They
After
take map
Mazino puts
control.
his
They
through,
hit
you saw
sight.
Hebe take out the ult,
How are you
and then
losing to
realize,
this?
I don't need to.
I'm gonna lose my
Let him have the
mind.
space.
We
Now, there was
watch
a read
nothing.
from Leviathan that there was a late lurk on mid, but that didn't really net them as much as you'd hope.
Okay.
The fadeaway King get killed, and well, the A site's going to be taken over by the drone. There is a response attempted by Mazino, already tagged up heavy, and that's one of the 2 rifles that they have to work with. He goes out anyways, and he goes down right after.
It's definitely going to make things tougher, but with the kill onto Kai,
Kinda doable. Aspas on the flank. They
is
got
no
rid of
longer
the trip.
covered. This gives some space. Now, it is being watched by Bianche, but if the remaining players, Common Tex, can make a bit of a distraction, show a couple over on that short side, it might allow Aspas the space. I think that's the goal. Just try and give him a route into this one. The thing is, the post plant setup again is strong, and Bianche is watching. He hasn't switched his position, but he still loses the fight. Second man here.
Great stun,
with
man.
the bullet shot off.
Yeah,
They now know it.
people on site gotta
Aspas
go.
no longer stunned, but Hebe catches the other two.
5
Puts it
HP.
into the 1v1. Aspas on 5
Yeah,
HP.
still has stun as well.
And
Just
that
wait for
time
the
is
tap.
ticking.
Can stun.
If anything, I think it's ticking too far.
Yeah,
gone
nicely
again.
done, man. Okay, this is a good
Aspas.
run still from Trace. Like they're,
He's
I mean,
looking to try and
they're doing
find it.
good.
He's even gonna land
Like I can't
the
even
last
fault
shot,
them, man. It's like
but
if
too
you
little, too
don't
late.
get stopped
Has to
doing
fall
this,
out of the
then you
round.
just
Trace
keep doing this.
will convert.
Don't need
It's
to see anything
incredibly
else.
costly. And it does mean that there's still going to
It's
be
5-1.
a bit of damage done to
It's
their economy,
5-1.
but
Bro,
they'll
call a
comfortably
timeout,
buy.
I beg.
A timeout called by Leviathan. They're feeling the pressure, and it's Heybei applying it. That could have been a very different round if he doesn't catch that double.
He's just sat on the spike as well. Like it's not the most uncommon spot. Like you can understand why. Like a lot of people would check that.
No joke.
You can kind of understand
No joke
why
right
they
now.
don't. Like when they
I
have
would
the
put a
rifles, you expect
trip
them to be a
middle.
little bit more passive.
Sure, you can do a trip B.
Sort of default box on
One
site.
person here, one
Not gonna
person
be the
here,
case. And
3 here.
Leviathan,
Whichever guy
whether you're a
hears
Trace
sounds,
fan,
just
whether
put
you're
them all
someone who
here. You got the
watches
trip
all
middle.
Watch parties,
And then you got
or
4-1.
even the main
all you have
broadcast
to
for
do.
China. I think a 2-0
None of the aggro
for
stuff.
Trace here was
Don't have to drone
unfair.
middle.
Out of the question.
Don't have to
No
do
shot.
anything.
Up against Leviathan, out of the question.
It's the easiest.
You know, for
Should
me,
be the easiest game of your
Leviathan,
life.
G2, they've looked so strong. America's impressed me in opening games, regionally as well. They're playing a good game.
More
But
than
Trace have flown under
right.
the radar. Even after that
I'm
first
in
game,
I'm
I
in like
expected to be
shock.
close.
I'm
To
in
be able
shock
to
right
have a
now.
little bit of a battle here, but not to be able to decimate them. The first quarter already behind us, and it is firmly.
I've
in
never seen
favor of
Trace
China's
ever like
number
re-clear
3 team.
anything. If there's like one
You talk
person
about,
here,
like, their last match
they'll
versus
never go and
CDG,
re-clear.
They got 7 rounds and 2 maps. So maybe
Like
that
in theory,
just
they
shows
should
that
just be
everybody
B
should be a little
main
bit more
into
scared
B
by
here.
EDG.
Let's see.
They also
There's a
2-0
timeout,
up in
so
a
maybe
best
they
of
can
5
change it up. But the
versus
fact I didn't
FPX,
see
which
anything
they
from
then
that other
lost.
game.
So they've had those sort of tough defeats. And let's be real, it's definitely not over yet. But just the manner in which a lot of these rounds have been going, I think even if you're the biggest Leviathan fan right now, you're probably quite nervous.
B main sound.
As said though, I think both coaches, their tactical pauses haven't gone amiss. Like they have been valuable, to say the
So they
least.
go and B.
We'll see if there's a immediate response from the side
Right
of
now, I'd
Leviathan.
have 4 people here.
Well,
One
by the time
person
it is
holding
gonna
this.
make you change your setup and your plan, knowing they've just called that pause. Obviously, Leviathan are going to do something different. So Trace do much the same, focusing fully on the B site. They found space here for free before, and this time there's a showstopper to lead the way. Tex knew where he was, but couldn't quite get it done. They know Fung Fung's going to the back of the site, and the flash is good. Calm, trading it out.
Shots, man. Shots, man. Nice shot.
Four
Holy.
under his belt already. I don't know what Edapata said during that timeout, but it's got him fired up.
Okay.
Not much Heybei could do.
Nice round from
They're
Lev,
1 versus
kinda.
4.
Like I would honestly just say nice round from
roses
Com.
to come in this round.
They still only had one
I think
person on the
we've
site once they
costed
hit
a million
site.
4Ks at this point after yesterday's match, but that one has to be up there with the best of them. And that's the perfect response. Do I think that was part of the coach's game plan? Absolutely not.
No, I mean, yeah,
Do
he's
I think
just
it's more likely
absolutely
to bring them back
annihilated
from
them.
the brink? Absolutely. Those are the sort of rounds that get everybody pumped up. And after a quiet start for a fair few of the players that have been fantastic
Okay, we've got Stinger.
throughout the season and throughout the tournament so far, that's one hell of a way to do it. And just look.
Oh, is this
actually,
more of a
even
default?
though
What is
there's
this?
some backup credits, there still seems to be enough to purchase.
Oh, okay,
Trace
back
are
to the.
not going for a full buy here. They're going to go with Stingers instead. I'm not sure if this is just wanting to have everything online, maybe even wanting to get themselves the ult, but I feel like they could have put a bit more into this round.
I think Lev thought that too. Early commitment to the Hunter's Fury after catching the tag, but no conversion.
He was so
Hold up.
close to
What is this?
everyone.
All
and
3 pulses.
Oh my God,
just
we're gonna see a
didn't hit
re-clear of A?
single pulse.
Oh yeah. They gave some of those players a haircut, but not quite enough. Reveal, flash. Nobody there to execute on the back of it unless the reveals go through, but those players are safely behind the box.
Oh my God, we might have a re-clear of
Very
A.
slow
No
round from
way.
Trace. I think they're trying to find the gaps in this defensive side, and it looks
Incredible.
like they're assuming it's towards A. Smoke on right side,
done it.
drone going through.
We're 8 rounds
this
in.
is looking like a B split from the side of
Although.
Leviathan, but now they're about to find out it isn't. That paranoia's bought just enough time to retreat.
We've seen this for a couple of rounds now. King getting aggressive on A, taking that
Yeah,
space
this
away.
is the best round I've
This
seen from
battle
Trace on
could be
attack
everything.
though.
Bianca
They actually
waiting.
pushed the guy back from A.
Or
I
actually
hadn't
gonna
seen
be
this in
closed
like
by
what
the
20.
attack. That's
30
gonna be a
rounds
bit
of watching them or something?
confusing way for the round to be played out. Instead, they're going to go back to top mid, looking to try and surround the players on that A site. A lot of space already taken, but a double up will be in from the defense. Com joins them.
It's King, able to find that one, dancing around the box.
15 seconds.
12 seconds, they have to hurry up. And Com's here to support as well.
Yeah,
Watching the back.
King should just be
No
killing
element
them
of
all, right?
surprise, but still
Oh,
the
still
fight's
good
going
plant.
away. The plant will come in just in time. Fast as he is, Aspis won't be there in time to stop it. But both players tagged
5 HP,
terribly
45
low.
HP.
50 HP between them. Weak weapons, it's tough to get done, and Tex swings and he doesn't miss.
He desperately wanted that kill to come in. He's so
on the way back.
sure that Aspas is going flying through this smoke to get the trade, so he's trying to like
considering that they'd invested into
get out
stingers,
of
a
there.
pistol, and a couple of rifles, and the way that those early fights went, like it
This
seemed
was
like all the information was
It
there.
was a nice round from
They
them,
had
though,
3
map
players
control
within the
wise.
site already. I don't think we needed a slow-mo replay of that last one, but
God, I'm Shroud.
oh dear. 5-3. A couple of rounds back to back.
This goes here.
The players
back to
from
the
Leviathan
back to the
starting
side
wake
hits.
up, but yeah, that was a reduced investment in the last round from Trace. Rolling Thunder will now be online once again, and early control, even with a boom bot in hand.
They're pushing
Yeah,
them right
A
back.
control into
Leviathan
A
are all
hit.
too happy for that to be the case. The
I mean,
Rolling
you can't play
Thunder
on site with
expected
this one,
and
though.
denied with players now
Can't play on
far
site with
back.
that. There
Look
was
to
way
seat
too
side
much,
control,
yeah.
But look
Nice
to take
site,
it back with numbers quickly here.
A
Any aggression
good
will be
amount of
punished,
chip
and a
damage, though. This
shock
guy's
dart
down to
through
5
from
HP
Com,
before the shock hit him.
taking out Bianche. Another shock dart does big
Another bit of
damage.
chip damage.
Beautiful stuff from the side of Leviathan. They haven't had to face them, and already these players are nice and squishy.
And the post plants have been where Trace thrive. Overdrive utilized, information garner, paranoia even sent through.
Yeah,
Try and
Flash
leave
didn't
them
hit
in
too many.
awkward
They fight
positions.
so heavy on short
In
here.
fact, almost a kill directly through the smoke. Re-aggression attempting to do something, but they are being torn apart. It's left all on Takai. He knows where they are. The spam isn't going to do anywhere near as much as he's hoping for, and even though he catches the
Tex,
kill,
what
they're
are you
already
doing?
defusing. Just not enough time for him to get that done. An incredibly nice attempt from the Sentinel.
Bro
He's made
tanked
things
it the
costly,
whole
but it wasn't a
time,
round.
so
That's
confident
gone
that
to
his
Lev.
teammate would trade him no matter
He should
what.
have fallen flat there and been deleted instead. At least able to put up a fight, carry the weapon through. But like you said, the timeline's all that really matters. 3 times in a row, Trace have gotten themselves a site, more or less for free, although this time the shock dart certainly added an extra flair to it. 3 times in a row, we've seen Leviathan fight back and grab those diffuses. Economy, though, for the defensive side, is in a
Ain't back to
shaky enough
B.
position. Trace could still capitalize, but they're not too healthy either.
LEV
This is going to be a
pressure
swing
into
round
B.
for the lead. Trace have their sights set on B.
Yeah, they definitely know that Aspas is there. There's no doubt about it. Drone is available. It makes me a little bit nervous just because of who's on the other side. Available to get aggressive, and it's actually Tex to land the first. The guy defending, the paranoia, the stun, in fact, everything has caught on to Aspas. He's still going forward, though!
Dude, what a stun,
And
man.
he's just torn them a new one.
What a
At least
stun from
Haymaker's trying to
Azino.
fight alone,
Okay, this
but
was nice.
round-
Very nice
this
from
round
Lev.
is for Aspas.
And maybe they sussed them out.
He uses his own
Maybe
stun to
they've
keep
sussed
them
them
in
out.
position. And
Actually
then
had a few
another
people
comes
fighting
in
on
from a
site, yeah.
teammate.
The
Door
breach
closed
util was,
behind
like,
them, and,
saved.
well,
Nothing
that's
done
the
at the
door
beginning.
closed on the round. A timeout called now by Trace. Not happy
With
with how this
full
has gone,
trust
and
in
they
his
just got
teammate's stun as well.
decimated by Aspas, so I'm not surprised.
He starts his move while still stunned up because he knows it's going to fade while
We're going
he
for the
swings.
5A or
He
the
knows
4-1.
they're going to be stunned. He had
Ooh,
full
timeout.
faith in Mazzino's breach stun.
That's fair enough.
Good reason.
Yeah, that's fair enough, honestly. I think if Mazzino was my teammate, he'd carry me. But also, I'd have faith.
I have no doubt in that, Tom. I have absolutely no doubt in what you just said.
Oh, yeah.
But,
You reckon he can play in bronze? It's actually tougher down there, you know.
oh, yeah. People do things you're not expecting, you know? Well, Trace.
No one DM me saying bronze commentator. Don't you dare. It's not true. It's a joke, please. I don't want those DMs.
It's at least silver.
At least. Minimum. I'm a peak gold.
Oh, man.
Oh, pause taken. 4 rounds in a row. The 3 before it had contention. Retakes were necessary, but that was, I guess, much more of what we had
Okay,
expected
what do we
to see.
What do we
The
got on this
Aspas
one?
show with
expecting
support.
something different.
For the other side of things,
And honestly, on their low buys, they do seem to do something different.
We've spoken about the fact that they're able to do quite a lot with very little, but I guess with loss bonus maximized and a few extra credits here and there, they can afford to go in for what we currently see in this round. Ultimates, not particularly close, but a kill or two in this round could mean that they have a lot online for the next.
Standing ahead. Like you said, limited.
Yeah, so
On the attacking side.
literally low buys, they do something else. Do they just do this on low buy where they go through middle?
Same old story with that shot.
Every low buy right now, well, I say every low buy, but the two low buys we go through middle, everything else is either the 4-1 or the 5-person hit A. Ooh, okay, we actually have
and it's calm to
we have a
actually take
split
that
over
kill,
towards B
certainly
through mid.
softened up by Aspas. Two players you don't want to fight in current form, but Calm has been dropped. The rifle, the bulldog in play for Hebei. Aftershock on both sides, and it's Hebei forced to the open, taken down. Yankei's taking space in the meantime, but in goes Aspas, and he ain't taking any prisoners.
Bro is confident right now.
LEV
All the
attack
slide
from
kills.
A 5-1 deficit.
Okay, 5-1 to
claims back
6-5.
the lead.
Looking in way
It
better.
really feels like he's back.
And
The last few rounds have just
they
been
could
Aspas
probably just go
style,
back to something more normal.
using those slides, using the fact that they're almost completely accurate, just to take fights that really should be impossible for the opponent to react. We're just looking at it for his POV. It just they don't even see a thing. Gone in a flash. Well, he can barely see anything from the fights he's taken, but there is no opportunity to respond.
I mean,
lead taken by Leviathan.
Good man.
The pause that they called clearly.
Straight up to the B again.
Okay,
Okay, so we saw two rounds that differed from their A or 4-1
Might just have been
in
something as
B,
simple as remember who
and
you
they were
are.
only on low
Really
buys where they went over towards middle.
First time
I still can't believe they got 5 on attack. Yeah. They might even get more.
Time there was shut down in every duel he went for, but now right back on form. Rolling Thunder used to deny the planned aggression from Feng Feng, caught immediately. And Aspas back to his old tricks, sliding around, looking for the fights and finding
he's
them.
impossible to hit at the moment. No one can hit him.
On those kills, taking them down in the end, and Hunter's Fury used to try to keep them in the choke point. King is here, and he's defending his
this was much better from LEV at the end. Still, I got to question their game plan at the beginning of this. I mean, even a little bit later.
Set for the second half.
Yeah, I think they're going to appreciate the halftime break because, in all honesty,
Trace maybe have enough to do it.
They started
again, they just don't have a deep map.
Maybe there was
they don't have a deep strat book on this map.
But that was a
you can tell on attack, right? They got 2 rounds. That's it. And then they just kind of on the fly their middle stuff.
Oh, come on.
Trace needs another pistol, yeah.
Trade in any phone in any condition guaranteed and get $800 off the new Galaxy Z Fold 6. Only on Verizon.
Red Bull gives
They just
you
need to snowball again.
wings.
I mean, they had a good snowball start. They just need that again. Miss map 1? Map 1 was a banger, bro. Map 1 was really, really good. Loaded on my VOD channel. Still uploading. It was a cool game, though. Like, Trace's bind is nice. Flumpel Stiltsky, thank you so much for the Prime, bro. I appreciate that. Thank you for the 7 months. I think Trace might catch up here. Nah, I honestly, like, even with a 5-1 start, I strongly just don't think that their strat book is good enough for this map. Jerebus, thank you so much for the Prime, man. I appreciate the 6 months. Thank you for that as well. Yeah, their Sunset's just nowhere near as good as their Ascent or Bind. Rotfiend64 with the Prime. Thank you so much, man. Also, I appreciate you doing that. Thank you with the Prime. Race a 7-2 in pistols so far in the tournament. Damn. That's pretty good.
Time to get back into things. 7-5 when we left you off. Leviathan were in full swing, getting themselves round after round, 6 in a row.
All right.
But the pistols have
What do we
always
got?
fallen into Trace's hands so far.
What do we got? We got a Sheriff.
Keep that going. Here on the defensive side, there's a challenge. And that challenge is just to stop Aspas from killing you all.
Yeah, I think as well, now the game becomes about supporting him. We saw it in the first half as well. I think Fong as well had those sort of moments where they were like paranoid.
O_way with the prime. Thank you so much for the 3 months, man.
Thank
you for doing that.
For Aspas leading the charge. Maybe see if they can get themselves there first.
Oh boy.
A trap being set.
Camera contact into stun into swing.
Well,
But the smoke blocks them walking out. Worked out pretty well. There's still 3 people here.
Right into the fight, but Hebe and Bianche, they've got the control. Trading it out, keeping the
jumps
numbers
down into the Omen.
And then that's when LEV steps it up. The paranoia doesn't land, but the shots do.
Okay, here we go. 1v2. Both took 30 HP.
Leviathan taking a pistol here.
Yeah, they heard him. Someone heard him. Someone that's dead heard him.
DHP, no shields to work with, but they're already on the spike.
They've already pinged exactly where he was going, or at least it seemed it. Now starting to realize that he could have gone back in the other direction. The spam just
he had a retap.
Already
He could have
getting into
chilled.
half. They're going to look to try and fight him together, and there was a world where he wins that.
Yeah, he could have chilled there. He had a retap, I guess. All right.
Is going to be the one to
Dude,
take that over the line.
this team is 4-0 at the moment in pistols.
For the side of Trace 1, but a plant and a lot of kills. It could even be a temptation to force.
I don't think so, Bacon.
I wouldn't be surprised with Aspas on this form. Half the time he dies, he's shot in the back. You get to see his eyes. You ain't going anywhere. The big round from LEV, holding down that control on mid, swinging out, giving his life for the trade. And that was all they needed. The pistol. Another early injection of rounds as we saw in the first half. That was very essential.
Aspas went from having a Bulldog light armor, and then they just decided, no, it's all good. Let's not do any of the crazy stuff.
Few extra credits off the plant and kills just being expended into
Let's
this
just get
a chance to do
some
extra
ghosts and a
damage.
sheriff
You
and
can see
a
that Trace
frenzy.
definitely had the same thought. They haven't gone for any pistols this time around. There was always seemingly one, but wanting to make sure that they can convert this round as cleanly as possible. So now any loss here will be costly. SMG or 2, it's not the end of the world. You lose any of those rifles, that's going to be a problem.
Yeah, that's exactly it. I want to see limited losses, although off rip.
Well,
Yeah, and that's a gun on its own without anyone else to help it.
Luckily, Aspas is nowhere
Take
nearby.
that, it's a Bulldog.
That won't be given to him just yet, but they're grouping up. Going to approach this one as a blob, go back to
Nice at the moment, so they head over towards A, then that's a question mark created, then pivot back over towards B.
Very careful not to give away too much.
They hear so many middle here.
Okay, already getting the information. Smoke for top mid. Almost trying to bait their opponents. It seems to have worked. They're re-aggressing into middle.
Oh yeah, look at this. The call came out from Trace to re-clear over towards middle. They are so sure it's an A because once they broke the door, they didn't insta-hit. And against the eco, what the hell? Against the eco, they fall past and walk push over towards A. They gave him a free side, they gave him space. We got the good plant, we have a gun that could actually work over towards A main if they wanted to, but they want to take some space at the moment. What did I miss? Was there anything on the... I looked to the minimap, I didn't see anything. Unless the camera like pinged.
Spectacular in early fights, even without that rifle that now sits on calm.
I was see if there's like a recon or something that I missed, but I don't think so.
The stun to clear the first angle. LEV hoping to catch them off guard, and he might just do that. He's being flanked on though, and does he suspect
that
it?
flash is incredible.
Shot in the back. I think
yeah, it's all down to Comlo, really.
Give them a chance. 30 HP on Tex, trying to buy time, but the defuse is underway. Someone needs to go out and drop that diffuser, and there's no one to do it.
Straight up
defuse
on this one. I guess the spam shots missed from Com.
And that is huge.
Or he didn't hear it.
Start of this round, a couple
he was reloading, so...
would have been a fantastic end. Instead, they've left it with one man alive coming into round 15.
Yeah, I almost wonder if Trace will even opt to play this one as a bonus anymore. Like, do you just fully invest and try and fight this as your buy round? The problem, though, is that economically, they're not going to be in a fantastic spot to even do that, even if they spent everything here. So huge round, and again, just a pretty big misread from them in terms of where Leviathan were going to be going. Now they come up with a fall buy. It's going to be SMGs, pistols. In fact, Hebe is only on a classic.
players pushed up. They're going to try to use
What a shot, man.
to catch them
Yeah,
off
push
guard,
through middle.
make up
In
for those
return,
weaker
we
weapons. Certainly worked to start with. Texas being
oh,
spotted. He is
Tex,
completely
Tex.
surrounded.
You are in
Players
trouble.
Absolutely everywhere. There's no way
Yeah.
out. He tries to
Yeah.
fight his way out.
Damn.
He's doing it.
He
Three
did
big kills.
insane, bro.
This could have been a nail in the coffin for the round.
He did insane.
Instead,
It started off not looking
an
great,
uphill
and then
battle
he
remains for
did
Trace.
incredible.
Kai, well, now detected. They've got all the information. The cage might buy him a moment to breathe, but his teammate's being dropped down to the classic. Aspas is dropped with 20 HP left and a flank under. Get your gun out, Mazino. Flank underway, now got him, stuns,
Oh
got
my
him.
God,
There's
what is
nowhere
this?
for Kai to go. It would have to be the headshot.
Okay, I tell you what though, it was a good bonus, man. It was a good bonus. Shout out to Tex. Tex did incredible,
like
obviously.
Tex was shooting off warning shots to begin with because it went from
Yeah, he really
not
stuck the landing at the end,
connecting a
Tex. The
spray
beginning
to
wasn't
hitting
great.
every single bullet in a second. Again, with what was
Oh,
on
man.
offer, I don't mind the idea in the round. Get aggressive, put the pressure on, and if it wasn't for some incredible
That's
isolation of
impressive, bro. Fair
battles
play.
and more so just the headshots.
Yeah. Let's go.
That easily could have slipped away. Leviathan are going to take the lead once again after their big streak in the previous half. But this is where the defensive side do come back in with a purchase. An immediate push though. Aspas has almost caught Bianca
Hey,
in
with the
fact
stun.
He
Oh.
hits both players.
Oh, and he gets the info on the extra guy. Holy.
There from King
That
to
is a nice round. That's the big buy round. You got to start looking over towards here. We got the
overrun.
money. These two are going to be
Blink and
saving.
you miss it.
Got 3K for everyone over
I
towards
see the credits are
here.
low,
We
but
got 2,
that felt
4.
more like an eco.
Everyone here.
He just dismantled
the
that
last.
setup.
Yeah, they annihilated them here. Grievo, thank you so much, man. Appreciate the
That's left
7
is to
months.
say.
Thank you for the
can
tier
see
1,
Kai
dude.
already repositioning his utility, be a little
Yes,
bit
I
more
mean, Aspas
defensive,
is he's doing great. He really is.
but that's a big blow to the side of Trace. This was their round, and like you said, almost getting caught. Even as the barriers went up, Bianca doesn't expect Aspas to be that close, and that's a worrying sign because he's going to do that a lot, and
Yeah.
you've got to be ready for it.
There's either going to be immediate pressure.
Support
onto
util,
Elbow
yeah,
in
the
a
support
lot of
util was
rounds.
good.
We've seen
And tell you,
that with many
Mazino's stuns
teams.
are
I
like
think the
always
example
on
springs to my
point
mind
here.
is how Heretics play it with the pot flash.
His
Do the
util's
same
been
thing
great.
with Breach.
I
So
think some of
you're
his
expecting
decision making,
fast elbow control, or you
I
have to
can't
be
get that
ready
pistol round out of my head,
for
to be
that
honest,
push
a
from
little
the
bit.
short,
Like
and
some of
he
his
was completely unaware.
decision making
Then
today
just
hasn't
again,
been
a solid
incredible, if
stun,
I'm
but
fully honest.
The rest is Aspas.
Util's been good.
The rest is why we put this guy in the bracket of the best of the best. Like, it is so difficult to play against, and then there's just even the swing from the rest of the team. He's done the hard bit, but they're there to clean up the rest. Again, we've seen this in the previous map. The pause is being called by Trace before the problems, well, I don't want to say the problems haven't arisen, but before it gets too dangerous. Like, you've only lost one round that I would say that you have to be a little bit more careful with. The last round, you came in with weak weapons, you lost the round. It's not the end of the world. This one, you had your first 4-buy on the site, and you get decimated within 15 seconds.
Alright, last time out for them.
Barriers
And
up,
when you consider this is a
down.
double pistol,
Trace have one last chance
not looking
to
great.
touch in with the coaching staff, and a 2-round gap, it's not gone too far. Like you say, before it gets out of hand, this is where they want to do it. But the fact that they invested so much last round means they don't have a lot of credits for this one. So even deciding how heavy the investment should be is going to be a challenge. At 9-7,
Consider the map attack or
roadblock
defense sided,
will be
attack
attacked.
sided.
They're in the
Only a
home
little bit
stretch.
though.
Credits
It's really comp
sitting pretty as
dependent.
well. No matter what happens, they're going to be able to buy up in the next. And if they keep getting a run at it, well, the way Aspas has been running at it, this map might not last long.
Yeah, I'll be honest, I do want to see an ascent, so I'm kind of okay with that.
it is
But
what it is.
I'm waiting to see.
But yeah,
Once again,
Ascent should be a
I think
banger,
at this
man.
point it would be
Ascent should
foolish
be the same
down
level that we got on Bind.
Trace. I think that we were foolish the first series,
Yep.
maybe even a little foolish in the first map.
That's
But that's
a nice
long
spot.
gone already. A good reveal,
Ooh.
even a good stun.
Wait,
But
4
Mazino is
stuns.
gonna win.
Nice shot,
That
man.
initial fight, Tex has been traded out, even with these lower weapons. There's danger. In fact, they're going to
Oh,
use that
okay.
Rolling Thunder to try and push the defense back. This has become a
Shot, man.
deathmatch
Oh!
server, except one team is only ball pistols.
Dude, Lev hit some
There's always one, right?
absolute
Yeah, and one team
banger shots in this round. They really did.
What-
On a
Sure.
That's going to work for you most of the time, although Kai's managed to shut him down. 1 versus 3 now.
Yeah, Mazino had
Perhaps an
1,
opportunity
Aspas had
with
2.
Mazino low. He's spotted up by the drone, swung on and sent package. Eventually has to break the drone. They'll reload to close it out. Okay. Check their positions on Leviathan. They're tucked in. They're letting him take the first move. And they'll shut him down right afterwards. Contact from Com and then a triple or at least a double swing. On whatever angle Kai decides. Say it's an uphill battle. I mean, when they play like this, it's an unwinnable one almost. Oh, if that shot had landed, perhaps.
The thing is, it's fine for Mazina to do that. He's 5 HP. Like, if you don't hit the headshot, he gets to survive, and Com will close the round. Double digits. Leviathan.
Okay, buy round though. Buy round for Trace. This is it. You want to stick in this? This is the round they got to win.
But after the first, well, maybe even expectations back in the other direction. It was a 5-1
Right, give me these two though.
Has now turned into a pretty healthy lead now.
Okay.
Again, the last time the defensive side had themselves a purchase, they got slaughtered. We'll see if they've been able to react.
Hopefully we won't see that same pace. Fung Fung over here, ready for the fight. But look who's going in, full pelt. It's Aspas. He's caught, well, he's stunned himself.
Yeah, just in case they're trying to push.
Does many times with his individual ability. The paranoia kept him back for a moment. Now it's time to push right back into that site. In goes Anders Fury and Aspas is
look at that sight hit, man. Definitely.
Making this ult look a lot stronger than it usually is. And he's got the firepower backing up every single duel. It's Kai.
This is a very nice sight, like here. Like with the Sova ult as well, like everything's very, very strong. It's just one of those maps for Trace. It's just
they barely took any damage.
It's on their to-do list to get better at.
This man's Jet, I think his Raze is a close second, and then okay, he's a good Neil.
They could have had 5 on site here and still lost. Honestly, I agree with you.
1 and 9. The supportive utility as well. I love seeing him diving in alongside that Hunter's Fury. It means that anybody is slightly
the neon, dude. Every single kill Aspas has had pretty much, apart from like maybe the 2 here. It feels like he's just sliding.
And so the Hunter's Fury in combination makes it so hard to play against.
Oh god, this could be good though.
Was a very good ult.
Nice, bro. We got a stun on the top of that as well, just to make sure that they can't dodge it. That was awesome.
Either a combination flash or stun. I think it's definitely a stun.
Follow up onto Com. Weak weapons across the board. Okay, Mizzino's making a play. Trigger discipline on display. Got one.
Oh, it's unlucky, man. 34 HP.
Activated. Tex tagged up by that nade, but he's not deterred. Still pushing forward. 2 players extremely low. One of them in this first crossfire.
Hey, very nice. This is a cool. ult, and honestly, they're in a good position to win a couple more as well because they got breach ult, got Raze ult.
Yeah, I guess the initial combo did a huge gamble.
They didn't use too much into it.
Immediately, I think there may have been a ping initially. Yeah, so it's the dart that's used straight away. Fantastic.
And the dart with the stun, they're all so wrecked.
Just to push up, I think maybe even a stun. Yeah, that's a gorgeous setup. That was all based on just.
That's so funny. They TP and slide over towards them.
But that is a huge round from the initiators of this defensive side. It's one that isn't recreatable though. The only thing I will say, they still
look at this from Trace. We go super aggro. How has Aspas got that kill? Oh god, these guys are going to eat this ult, right? 2 of them. It's a lot up to King here. Team did get hit by the ult as well. It's a great flash. And we did a lot of damage here. With the fade away as he's running away. Com was just 10 HP though, so that must have been through like a couple of walls.
3 players close, and the information there to play with. The attacking side executing some
it's hard for LEV to get out here.
Online at just the right time. 2 versus 4, and the info now in their hands.
Ooh, just getting out of there seemed like it would be.
Want to throw him the spike, and he ults.
They have managed it. All 4 players on this B side of the map, so they're able to.
Look at it. It took a while.
They will be able to get themselves an afterplant. All the utility has pretty much been expended. An extra smoke is granted.
Can create the pressure like he's going towards the left.
And you have to feel like this.
And then fall back after you break this, or just chill.
Should be too difficult.
Yeah, he's kind of got some options.
I think they're deciding on whether to break that trap or just sit inside the smoke. And King's made the choice. No one's going to give him it though. They're all going the other way. For a second, I thought Bianche would double back.
Tex gets his camera.
Right call. Tex already spotted. They don't know about King, but now they do. All the info there, but the kills going the other way. Spike still needs to be defused.
No way, he goes into the trip
King
that...
eventually uses the shrouded step to try to fake them
They
out.
even have time? Yeah, they got time.
Falling for that one.
He went into the trip that he found earlier.
Just about enough time.
That's so funny. Okay, close 2v4. Nicely done from Trace. Problem is they got no more ults, right? Did the Raze use ult?
Bad for him that the trip that he doesn't break is what ends up being his undoing.
Yeah, Raze ult's still here. Actually,
none of them come in that direction. And
still got a big
all in
ult.
all, it's a good play. Like, you want to sit there and go, okay, if anybody comes through this, they're not going to expect me just to be sat on the edge. Again, a lot of counter util being
that's the fadeaway kill that I was talking about.
Ultimates utilized, and more importantly, just some big plays to end it all out with under a second. A nice attempt from the side of Leviathan, but a 2-round streak. Operator now in as well for Feng Feng. We'll see. That could be the difference maker, because without the ultimates, they really haven't had any success in their rounds.
Felt like a third map was inevitable. Certainly owed in a series like this.
They got more than I said. Yeah, they got more than I said. I was expecting a better game plan at the beginning from LEV though. That one definitely threw me off slightly.
Setting up for the B side take. Stun goes through. Catches no one. It's quite a deep play from the defensive side. There's no ultimates for the attackers. They're just conceding this space. Probably knowing that if Feng Feng rotates, Showstopper can...
And they can retake with the ult. It's just the fact that the ult is miles away, so they might try and go a little bit early without the ult. We'll see.
Spotted an immediate stun. Aftershock isn't quite deep
It's hard because they gotta get the yeah, I was gonna say they gotta make sure that the spike can cross. Ult goes up so the spike can cross. We still got one in middle, one market B main. Not the good B main plant though, so Trace definitely have an alright chance.
From Feng Feng, and he's got to be aware as well that there is still a player lurking.
The texture is pretty important. Texture, Aspas duel.
Aspas is going to try again. This time he's caught, but so is Lord King as well.
And that's the Raze. Yeah, that's the Raze ult.
Tex able to grab one, and Kai is so desperately trying to pull this round back into their favor. King's gone down, and so's Mazzino. They know exactly where the last
No way,
is,
Tex is doing insane, man.
Out goes the cam, it's broken, he knows the defuse isn't underway, tries to stop it from getting
Damn, bro, what an insane round from Tex. He did incredible, man. He did so good. The guys on site made it a little bit hard for him. They were dueling out way heavier than I thought they were going to duel out, considering the position of Tex. But
of absurd impact, waiting so patiently to catch that first. You think a lot of the time when that door's closed that you would almost try and maybe push the spawn or reposition elsewhere. But he's confident in his team getting into the late game, and then confident in his own ability to take it over the line. A meaningful clutch.
All right.
On map
3 chances. They still have Razor.
Take this to Ascent. A map that both teams are incredibly comfortable on, and a great place to end this series.
Yeah, it's a nice fast hit at the moment. He had the camera. Like, what the?
With so much utility coming at them, that's when you just don't think there's a lurker anymore. Like, why would the guy be sat there staring at a closed door?
Yeah, it looks like they're going to get B plant. And we really going to end this one with B after plant on the stairs?
12 to 9, 3 in a row for an overtime for Trace. We're going all the way to Ascent. Map that, like we said, definitely deserved to see a third map from this series. Leviathan fighting for it. Showstopper fire.
W's forwards. Shout out to Aspas here. He did incredible. Good reaction.
Managed the trade out, and King still fighting for the backside control. Bianca caught off guard. It's Kai and Locking to do it all. The step out from Kai with the paranoia, but they're just evading him, dancing around this pillar, forcing the fight. This time, it's
yes, they still haven't planted. Okay, nicely done from Lev. Yeah, 13-9, and with the 9 you got double pistol. They're just not great at this map. They got some stuff to look into and learn for sure. But they still, I mean, they're still in this because Ascent is a banging map. Their Ascent is way better than this.